Each of my topics, each of the characters that I portray, there's something about them that is similar to my life. It may not be me per se, it may be someone in my life or someone I've come encountered with, but you have to dig to a different place with these particular topics. And of course, we've all had some level of depression, but chronic depression is not healthy, and it is a form of mental illness. People need to seek help. Depression needs to be brought on a larger scale because it happens more often than not. And there's levels of depression. You have, those days that you feel a little down, then you have those days that you really, really feel down. If it's a continued down feeling, then there's something wrong. There's something that is not triggering that euphoric spirit about you. Even if it's just going to talk to a therapist, you have individuals who are just having a bad day. They may be depressed about a certain situation or certain thing, but then it takes a left turn when this depression continues and it develops to you not wanting to get out of bed. You are really lax in some of the things that you normally would do, but it's like it's taking on a different form. And so we as individuals that may not be going through depression, if we see some of the signs of chronic depression in our loved ones or our friends and family, then we can encourage them to say, hey, you might need some help. Let me find some resources, because there's a lot of resources out here for what you're going through. And that's my key thing, that I need everyone to know that there are people here to help others that are going through a lot of these different topics. A lot of people only associate it with service individuals, which is very common, because some of the things that they see and some of the things that they go through, it really affects them. And there's a lot of situations where just regular individuals like you and I, the civilians that are out here, go through PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, rape victims, individuals that have suffered domestic violence. There's something that triggers something in their minds, and it takes them back to that point. They may not blow up and be, for lack of a better example, Crazy Joe from the war. A lot of people just say, oh, he's crazy from the war. Oh, he's crazy from the war. No, some of the things that he's gone through have triggered something else in him that makes him kind of uneasy about certain situations. There's a lot of individuals who suffer from PTSD, and I want it to be brought to the light so people can say, oh, well, maybe that's why I'm having flashbacks about that. Or there's tons of things that can bring on post-traumatic stress disorder. A lot of people suffer from it. It is a chemical imbalance. And a lot of people don't associate that with someone being ill. Like they think, like you said, oh, they're just crazy. Everybody's bipolar, but everybody doesn't suffer from all of the effects of bipolar disorder. There are certain things that can happen where, you become chemically imbalanced. And so that's a lot of individuals' main thing to say, oh, they're just crazy. Like, they need to take their medicine. There's other things that go along with the treatment for bipolar disorder. You don't want to be on medicine forever. That's not what the medication is for. The medication is to help you become regulated. And then along with the medication, you seek therapy so that you're able to cope with the day-to-day things that go on in your life. And so, yes, people need to take medication. Mental illness is just like heart disease or high blood pressure. You have to take medicine to keep that regulated. You have to do certain things in your day-to-day life to not just the medication, but you have to change your diet. You have to exercise. That's healing the physical. But the mental is a major organ as well. And so therapy is the exercise of the brain. And the medication is just like the medication that regulates you to keep you balanced. And if more people knew that it was as simple as just going to talk to somebody and seeking proper medication, and it's okay to be medicated. It's nothing wrong with it. You just have to know what medication fits your particular situation. And if people would just stop the tunnel vision as far as mental illness, then there would be a lot more healing in the world. Suicide, is a topic that, of course, a lot of people don't want to talk about. They want to sweep it under the rug. They want to just say, oh, well, I don't know what they were going through, that they wanted to kill themselves, or they wanted to take their own life, or even think about taking their own life. And the reason why these individuals you hear it every day, such and such committed suicide. Oh, well, this famous person committed suicide. It's because we are not bringing attention to the matter and to help these individuals, or see some of the signs in these individuals that they do want to take their own life. And because we are so blind to it, these people are taking that extra step to take their own life. I am a firm believer that we ignore those signs. We ignore the fact that John just doesn't want to get out of bed, or Jane keeps talking about when I'm gone. And it's like, oh, she's not going anywhere. You've ignored these numerous signs until that one time they actually took that suicide ideation and made it reality. And so I think that that's the issue. Each of us can have a responsibility for our fellow brother or sister to try to help them through it. We all know somebody that's going through something. Through my entertainment, I want to educate you on some of the things that you may or may not know about whatever topic that I'm performing about, and then empower. I want to empower you to make a difference concerning that topic, whether it be HIV or talking about mental illness. I want to empower you to make a difference based on what you've learned or what you've gained from my productions. See me. I'm awesome.